Hey y'all, it's Hannah, and welcome to today's speed build video. This fall decorated family home took me a little bit longer to complete, so this video is a little longer than my other speed build videos, but I promise if you stick around until the end, you will enjoy it. I have nice jazz music for you in the background due to my impeccable music taste and a nice build. So sit back and relax with a bowl of cereal and let's get into this house. So this is inspired by a house found on Zillow located in Texas, where all of my exes live, like I'm George Strait. And every time I think of just a big family home, I always go on Zillow and look at houses in Texas. I will leave a link to this house below. I do cut out footage of a couple of things, like me building the backyard and the floor plan to some of the bedrooms, because then this video would have been even longer, but that's fine. There are a ton of screenshots at the end that you will see because you're going to stick around because you will have fun and you'll be able to see all that fun stuff. Right now I'm working on the exterior, and this is the first time that I've ever done a family house. Normally I stick to modern speed builds that are a little bit smaller because I used to have a fear of doing larger builds, just feeling like I wouldn't be able to completely decorate them, but I conquered that fear and I honestly love the way that this house turned out. I also do a lot of flat roofs because I'm not the best roofer in the game, but I took a chance, saw what I could do. The roof on this house is different than in the photo, but I like how I did the roofing because this is Sims, you know, so sometimes the things that look good in real life just do not depict well in the game. And I think this house just came out so nice. I fully did the backyard, the front yard, I fenced it in. I never fence in my backyards. Now I'm starting to do the backyard, and when I saw a picture of the backyard, I was very intrigued by how it looked more modern than the rest of the house. The backyard in the Texas house is so cool. Like, they have a curved like bean-shaped pool. Sadly, we can't do that in the game, but if we could, it would have looked so cool. I also tried to put a jacuzzi in the middle, like surrounding the pool, but all of the jacuzzis in this game just look so ridiculous, at least for the packs that I have. I don't have every single pack, but they just look ridiculous, or they were huge for no reason. So I said, no jacuzzi, you have a pool, you're fine. But while I work on the inside, I did quickly want to say that this house was a struggle for me because it was my first family home, first big house, and I am a perfectionist, which is a blessing and a curse. That's what I consider it. In this case, it was more of a curse than the opposite, because I almost deleted this house 2 times because it just, to me, wasn't turning out right. I'm like, I don't like this. Like, the brick just looks weird. Despite my perfectionist ways, I do have this inner monologue with myself where I'm like, Hannah, if you don't finish it, the house will never get built. So I do catch myself when I realize I'm doing the same thing over and over again, but it's hard because to me, things just don't look good. It takes me a really long time to complete things because of this. I'm only a perfectionist with myself, not with others or how I view others. It's just myself and my work. I'm highly critical, which puts a lot of stress and strain on the mentals. It just, at least for me, makes me feel like anything I do is not good enough. I don't want other people to see it, but in return, you're highly stressed and you take a long time to complete one thing. So with this house, I said, well, you know what? If you really don't like it at the end, go back and change it. Turns out I like it. Onto the inside of the house. Like I said, I did do the floor plan off camera. We are in the office. So the Texas house is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. And this house is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. This house was designed for 2 parents, a toddler, child, and teen. So I put 2 desks so that none of them have to fight over a computer. I also didn't know what else to do with this room, and I just thought, why not a little office space? And I used the doors from Snowy Escape so that there is some privacy, but they're not completely excluded from the rest of the house because you can see through the doors. It offers that level of privacy, and I love that these are sliding doors because I just feel like that makes so much more sense than having to open a doors. I also decorated that office to have some things in there for the toddler and a child's room. So now we're off to the half bathroom, which you access through the living room. It's a very long, narrow bathroom. Didn't know what else to do with it. Didn't want to put a shower in here. I just didn't intend to have one because of where the windows are. It's just a little half bath so they don't all have to fight over a bathroom, or if someone needs to go, they can go right there. I also think I put a potty in here too for the toddler. I put a potty in every bathroom except for the parents' bathroom because you will see in the screenshots that you're going to stick around for because you're having fun that the parents' bathroom is an ensuite. Oh, this is also a CC free house. I don't think I mentioned that. I like the flooring. I don't usually pay too much attention to that tile floor, but it looks really nice. It's not like crispy white. It has like a little bit of beige to it, but I'm honestly shocked, Sims team. It looks very nice and normal. So thank you for that. On to the living room now. The living room is small. This house is a little bit of a big, small house, but it's functional. I wanted to leave enough room so that the Sims could get around and not be able to get around certain objects. But we all know Sims don't spend a lot of time in one certain area of the house anyway. They're constantly moving, so I thought that this was perfectly fine. The 2 bookcases on the opposite side of the fireplace, which will change. I will change out the fireplace. I love that idea. The Texas house has a built-in fireplace, and I tried to recreate that, but the brick texture of the only fireplace that's brick doesn't match the brick in the game, like of the wallpapers, at least that I have. So I just was like, we'll just get the one. That one is from Vintage Glamour, and I put the cats and dogs bookcases on opposite side, and I think it looks so nice. And then now we're into this little dining nook area, a little breakfast area. And I put two poofs on the opposite side because I was trying to recreate a bench that you would have outside, but it would have chairs on the opposite side. But the only bench that I have is CC, and I resisted the urge to use CC. So I just did two little poofs. And next I have this toddler area, just some toys and a Wabblet tablet, a little toy box. Into the kitchen. I actually like these counters. I again never paid too much attention to them because usually I use CC counters, but this is actually really nice and it was the perfect fit. I like the color, I like the way of the handles. Again, it looks normal. It looks like something that a real life house would have. And the kitchen isn't too big because this house is like big but small. This house is on the gallery though. I will leave a link to it in the description box with the link to the Texas house and all other fun information. And for the dining room, I do go back and decorate it off camera, but like I said, you'll see that at the end because my perfectionism was just not going away. And I was just like, just move on to another room, come back to it later. And I'm glad that I made that decision. Now for the bedrooms, I only show the toddler, child, and teen. I did not show the parents' bedroom because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, but you will see it. In the Texas house, all of the rooms have carpets except for the parents' bedroom, so that is what I tried to mimic. So this is the teen's bedroom, and I really like the way this came out. I just put this lilac color on the wall when I was building the floor plan because I don't really use it. And I was like, well, let's just see if we can match it. And then I found that bed, I believe from Season. This house is primarily Seasons because when I think of a family home, I just think Seasons. I just put a little vanity because I never ever have used it. And I believe it's from Vintage Glamour or Base Game. There's one in both. There is a Base Game vanity, but I love the little like purple color. I'm just so happy that everything in this room matches color wise. And I even put a little like closet area. I don't really know what you would call this, but I just wanted some sort of clothing in that corner, and that's just what I decided to do. So really quick while I finish up this room, what I'm going to say on being a perfectionist is it's rough out here. It's hard in these streets, but it will be okay. Okay? Just if you are a perfectionist, just try to tell yourself to move on and come back to the thing that you don't see as being good enough, and you might actually realize that it is good enough. So just move on, go on to the next thing, and then come back. That's like the one thing that I always tell myself. Easier said than done. I tried to do some split level action. I wanted to make it like a bunk bed type thing, but I don't think this room is big enough, or I just don't know how to do it. It's probably both. When I saw the pattern on this bed, the red, yellow, and blue, I was like, Crayola. So I made every wall a different color, put that little puzzle piece flooring, which always looks so cute to me. It just gives me preschool. This room is the smallest bedroom, so I didn't want to do too much to make sure that the toddler could actually use the room. Just tried to fill up the rooms as best I could without knowing what I'm doing. But it actually turned out really nice. I actually think this house like looks really nice, and I'm not saying that just because I built it. So now we are on to the last bedroom that I show, which is the child's room. And I didn't know what to do with this bedroom, so I just thought back to my childhood and thought gaming. Yeah, so I just put a lot of like posters and movie posters up because I like a lot of sci-fi, fantasy. I like real life movies and shows and things like that as well, like slice of life. But I really much prefer sci-fi fantasy fiction. Like, show me something that's not real, show me a zombie apocalypse, and I love it. And that's what I did here. And I even put a gaming system and a little TV on top of the dresser. It made me think back to my first gaming system, which was a GameCube. But the first gaming system I ever played on was a PS2. But it brought back the memories. Though mine was in the living room, I didn't get this idea until the end, so it's fine. But anyway, so after this, I just show me decorating the living room, and then that's it for this build. So I hope you had fun listening. I know you did. You know you did. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, remember to check the description for all those fun links and things, and I will see you in my next video.